Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I'm Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
So the most famous college football recruit maybe ever has made his commitment. Arch Manning tweeted out that he is going to the University of Texas. He chose them over primarily Alabama and Georgia. First question for you guys is, how big is this for Texas? What's this mean for the Longhorns?
I mean, it's obviously big. It's a big win for Sark. And the thing about it is it's more than just getting Arch Manning. This is, I mean, Texas was already, recruiting well, but you have to think that guys are just going to want to follow and join the forces and be matched up with the hype and hoopla that goes with having Arch Manning. So I envision some more crystal balls going their way over the next year, and it sets them up, for they got Quinn Ewers this year, maybe even next year, of course, and then leading into the Arch Manning era. It's just, and the timing of them going to the SEC, everything's just kind of fallen into place at the right time for Texas right now.
Yeah, I think it just kind of means like Texas is almost guaranteed to have a very, very good quarterback for the next few years. Whether, if Quinn Ewers doesn't pan out to be elite, okay, fine. You got Arch Manning to be your backup to come in and be elite. Like, one of those guys is going to be very, very, very good. I mean, with the way Sark develops quarterbacks, the skill talent that they have, the pieces around him, they're setting themselves up, like Trey mentioned, for a nice run. A transition to the SEC, they're gonna have an elite offense. It's just they're set. I mean, they're gonna draw their other nice skill players, and they have to be on the short list for one of the best offenses. If you're gonna pick the best offense for the next 5 years, I mean, Texas would be one of my first choices that I would pick.
Yeah, because they've got two bites at the apple, like you said, in terms of quarterbacks. They might both be good, and that works out great.
Exactly.
But yeah, like you said, you would think at least one of them will be very good. And it just, they already just brought in this past cycle an extremely good offensive line class. So it's not just going to be the skill talent. Now the skill talent's going to be no problem. I mean, they're going to be able to get all the skill players they want with these quarterbacks. So yeah, offense, you're right, is a pretty sure thing for the next few years for Texas. How about from Arch Manning's perspective? Does this decision surprise you? What do you think from his perspective?
Not really. I think it gives him a chance to, Georgia and Alabama, obviously super established. They've won national titles recently. He has a chance to come be kind of the savior at Texas, if you will, if he's able to lead them to bigger and better things. And I was maybe a little surprised. I thought maybe Georgia would be in the running because he would be maybe that first like elite quarterback that they've had in a while. But man, you can't argue with the way that Sark develops their guys and Arch is seeing the skill talent around him. The thing I'm curious about, of course, is just the NIL. What I would love to know the bottom line at the end of the day of how this kind of came about.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily shock me. I mean, you're going to have elite competition no matter what school you go to. You're not necessarily always worried mostly about that. But if let's just say Quinn Ewers does pan out and he's really good, okay, well, that might be 1 year where Arch has to sit behind him, right? Because Ewers is technically in his second year this year. Manning's not there. Okay, next year when Manning's a true freshman, Ewers will be technically a junior, his third year, so he could go pro right after that. So it might just be 1 year where he's got to sit behind somebody who can take over, at worst for him, you would think, right? So, well, somebody's got to be elite. So I think he's kind of, I like Trey. I think you've got he can be the savior of Texas football, and it's kind of blazing his own path. I think I like the choice from Manning.
Yeah. I think because he has the luxury of not making this decision a financial one, right? Like he doesn't necessarily just have to choose the school where I think it's the most ready-made path to be drafted high. Not that, I mean, Texas is going to be a great place to be drafted high with all the recruiting they have and with Sark, but, being quarterback at Ohio State or Alabama, a school like that, it's kind of, you've seen it happen over and over again, so it would be kind of more of a sure thing. But for him, he can go to the city he likes or maybe it's the relationship with Sark that he likes, or just who knows. But he was able to. I'm sure obviously he's going to get NIL money, but I don't think anybody thinks that's what was going to be determining his decision.
No Manning's got to worry about the money here.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see the appeal from his perspective for sure, to kind of resurrect Texas is the goal. So there you have it. That's I guess all we got to say about this crazy news that we did not expect to happen today, but there you have it. That does it for this emergency episode of the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe if you want more college football content all year round, and we'll see you next time.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.